Hey guys, today I wanted to show you how you can make a thumb/finger support style slingshot. Now it is very different from hammer grip slingshots, which you grip like you would grip a hammer. With this kind of slingshot you grip it in a different way and it feels very different to shoot. Now I must mention that I have never made or shot a slingshot like this before, so this is a totally new experience for me and I look forward to show you the tutorial. Let's get started. Alright, we will start off this tutorial with the template. The one I'm using today is called Mule by Toddy. It looks very elegant and quite comfortable, so I am definitely looking forward to try it out. As far as materials go, I thought that we would be using some 4mm plywood for the core, and then some 5mm Paduk, maple and walnut for the scales. An aluminum core would look so much better than this cheap pine plywood will, but sadly this is all I've got. Though I'm sure it's still gonna look very good. So far this seems like a pretty easy build, which is totally correct. We are not going to need a lot of materials, we're not going to need a lot of tools. For the cutting, I will simply be using my jigsaw and this coping saw. For the shaping, I will be using some wood rasps and metal files. And for gluing these together, we're going to be using normal wood glue. And for the finish, I was thinking about doing my normal boiled linseed oil and then try something that I haven't tried in a while, which is spray lacquer. Now we're going to make the slingshot core. To do this you will first have to cut out your template. Oh, a quick side note, if you're using pine plywood like I do, you will also have to make sure that the template is in line with the plywood grain. If you're using Baltic birch plywood or aluminum, this won't be a problem. Alright, so what I was going to say before was that after you have cut out this template, you then need to draw a line about 1 cm away from the real outline. Then you should have two pieces like this, which you glue together. While the core dries, we will start making the scales. These are the measurements and the parts needed. On the walnut we have 4 pieces that are each 3.5 cm square. On the Paduk we also have 2 pieces and it's the same on the maple. Here on the Paduk it is 3.5 by 15 cm and on the maple it is 5 by 8 cm. These will all together make 2 scales and we will cut all the pieces out using our jigsaw. We now have 8 pieces that looks like this. The core is also dry now, so we're going to make it to its final shape. For this, all you have to do is trace out the slingshot outline into the laminated plywood and then cut it out using the jigsaw. It is very important that you use a fine-toothed blade to prevent the plywood from chipping. See how great this blade was at minimizing tearing? I had actually none, and I mean this plywood is so easy to tear up. If you want to know the blade I'm using, it is a Bosch T101AO. Great stuff. Alright, the core is now completed and we can set it aside. We are now going to make the scales, and today I had decided to go the simple route and not to make any advanced laminations. We have walnut on top, maple in the middle and then Paduk on the bottom. When tracing on the outline to the different pieces, you have to flip the core, because unless you're using a CNC, your core won't be 100% symmetrical. Once this is done, it is time to cut out all the pieces. Now we're going to glue it all together. So it's been drying for 2 days and is looking very good. I know, not yet, but any slingshot maker could see the potential in this. The steps from now on are pretty straightforward. We will start by cleaning up the edges so that they're in line with the core. Now that all the sides are flush, I will do a light sanding on the top and bottom to remove the wood glue stains. I will then begin rounding over the edges, and for this you could either use the wood router or just wood rasps and metal files like me. So a quick round over with the metal files led to the conclusion that wood rasps are not needed for this project. There is not a whole lot of materials to be removed, and the metal files will leave a better finish. I have now done the majority of shaping, though I still want to make it more comfortable at where you hold your fingers. Alright, everything is looking good, everything is feeling nice, and it's time to start the sanding. Now, after making my last video, Jorgsbrav advised me to apply water between every sanding on the lower grits. What this means is that I first sand, then apply water, sand, apply water, sand, apply water, keep doing that until all the fibers have flattened. This gives me a better finish that stays on longer. And sorry, I won't use spray lacquer today. I tried it on a test piece and I'm really awful at using it. So after the final oiling, I will apply the wax finish, but first we'll have to sand it. Start at 240 grit and add water between each sanding. I have now added water and sanded the frame several times, and it is now time for the final sanding, where I will start at 240 grit. The sides are easiest to sand with a Dremel. You wouldn't believe how hard it's been to sand this thing. As soon as you add water, the wood sucks up all the nearby dirt, which you then have to sand off every single time. Also, we have two high pigmented woods. The dust coming from the red sandalwood and the walnut both wants to darken the maple. For example, once I sand the red sandalwood, the dust will go into the pores of the plywood core. So save yourself some time and don't add water to a frame that is laminated. I have spent an entire day solely on the sanding process. And I've also burned through an entire sheet of sandpaper. But anyway, I have added some band grooves to the slingshot and I have also sanded it up to 600 grit. We are now going to apply the first coat of oil. I'll be using boiled linseed oil as usual. It's been drying for a day and I'll continue sanding. So it seems like the red sandalwood still wants to have its dust go into the pores of the plywood core. Hopefully this won't end up as pink plywood. As you can see, the 1500 grit sandpaper has already made the slingshot a lot more shiny. Now I'm applying the last coat of oil and then it's time for waxing. Alright, we're almost done and all that's left is applying some antique wax. So the slingshot is finished. I'll let you be the judge, but I hope you like it just as much as I do. As you can see, I have already put on a band set and now we're gonna try it out. So I haven't been all lazy this summer and I actually built this slingshot catch box. It's very simple but it does the job. Target for today is this soda can and my ammo choice is some metal hardware. And the distance is 15 meters. Just cut it in half. So I hope you liked this video, and if you did, please leave a like and subscribe to my channel. That's the best way you can help me out. Now if you have any suggestions on what to build next, please leave them in the comment section down below. I'll see you next time. Bye.